Hey, it's Laura. I hope wherever you are and whatever you might be celebrating, that you're enjoying some holiday cheer. While I take a little time off with my family for Thanksgiving, which is my absolute favorite holiday, by the way, I pulled this show from the archives for you. I think it's a good reminder that you don't need to go overboard and slide backward financially to enjoy the holidays. With a little planning, you can have a memorable, festive season that you won't regret after the new year. I'll be back next week with a new show. Hey everyone, I'm Laura Adams, and this is the Money Girl Podcast, where my mission is to help you live rich and love the journey. I've been writing and hosting this show since 2008, and whether you've been with me all that time or are brand new to the show, I'm really glad to have you in the Money Girl community. This show is for busy people who want to learn a lot more about a wide variety of personal finance topics. Today's topic is preparing for the holidays. I'm getting excited. I love Thanksgiving. It's definitely one of my favorite holidays of the year. And it seems like we start thinking about and talking about the holidays a little bit earlier every year. It begins well before the Halloween candy and costumes appear, and it ends with a bang on New Year's Day, and maybe with a hangover on New Year's Day. The holidays are supposed to be filled with happiness and joy, but what we find is that they can also wreck your finances if you're not careful. It's definitely the most expensive time of year for most Americans. Last year, the average debt over the holidays was over $1,000. So this is definitely a time of year when we can fall prey to overspending. And besides overspending on gifts for family and friends, there are other financial pitfalls that can sneak up on us. I definitely know what it's like to get caught up in too much shopping and consumerism during the holidays. So this show is for you if you really want to enjoy the holidays, but you want to do it mindfully. You want to spend less and get more out of the season. We're going to cover some strategic ways to make the season brighter, less expensive, and more memorable. All right, let's get into the details on a variety of ways to financially survive and thrive during the holidays. The first tip is to create a holiday giving plan as early in the season as possible. So that means like today, start thinking about every gift that you plan to give. Jot down family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, teachers, service professionals, everyone who you want to remember. Then estimate a gift amount for everyone, even if you have no idea what to actually give him or her yet. We're just trying to find a total amount for a budget that will make sense. You're going to add up your total estimated gift amount and see if it fits into your budget, and it may not. If you still haven't paid off last year's holiday expenses, you definitely overspent. So we want to be sure that you don't repeat that mistake again this year. Also, consider additional expenses, things that you tend to forget about. Maybe it's travel, throwing a party, wrapping paper, cards, postage, decorations, or even new clothes for a party. If the total is more than you can afford or that you want to pay, you might reduce the estimated gift amounts or shorten your gift list. Just, give to fewer people. Next, you want to put that gift list in order of importance. For instance, you might rank spending $50 on mom as a higher priority than $30 for great Uncle Norwood. You should definitely buy the most important gifts first so that you're not tempted to overspend using a credit card if you drain your budget on low priority gifts. To cut costs, you could buy less expensive items or considering making an economical batch of something homemade and from the heart, such as cookies or ornaments. And if you make something like that, it's also nice to have extras of those inexpensive homemade things so that you can reciprocate. If somebody gives you a gift that you didn't expect to receive, well, you've got something right there ready to give back. And while we're on the topic of budgeting, Why not start a separate savings account that's just for the holidays? You could start this now or maybe right after the new year. You could automatically deposit a small percentage of your paycheck each month throughout the year. Or you could even have your employer set up a second direct deposit so you've got the majority of your pay going into your checking account and then a small amount going to a separate savings account that's just for the holidays. So when the holidays come, you're going to be sitting pretty with a nice cash balance in the bank. I think the key to surviving the holidays is really planning. And that's so true with so many things in life, right? Planning to eat the right types of foods, planning when you're going to exercise, just being prepared and thinking about things ahead of time is just much more likely to make you successful. All right, the second tip is remember your values. The holidays are the perfect time to remember what your values are and what your financial goals are. A great way to think about values is to imagine your life in 5, 10, even 20 years from now. What do you need to accomplish between now and then to feel successful? Maybe you want to be retired in 20 years, or pay for a child's education in the next 10 years, or be free of credit card debt within 5 years. Write down your goals, either on the computer or in a written journal, even on a Post-it note. Keep them close to you during the holidays so that you avoid making poor spending choices. You might put it on a sticky note and tape it to your bathroom mirror, or put it on your refrigerator, or even the dashboard in your car, so you are constantly reminded of your goals and values every day so you don't get sidetracked during the holidays. Tip number 3, shop strategically. It's really important to know the maximum amount that you can spend on each person before you start shopping for gifts. That's because there's so many distractions and temptations out there. I find that shopping online saves me time and it makes it easy to quickly compare prices to find the best deal. Most online stores offer really nice holiday discounts and free shipping, and we've got Black Friday coming up and Cyber Monday coming up, depending on when you're listening to this show. Plus, if you're buying online, you're going to avoid crowds, save gas, and you're not going to be tempted to eat out. So that can really add up when you think about what it costs to go out and go shopping. To make the most of your online purchases, I always use Ebates. That is a great place where if you begin your shopping there, you're going to get cash back, and they're connected with thousands of well-known stores. So all you do is go there, input the store that you want, click through, and automatically you're saving. There's no fee to join. You don't have points to redeem or any forms to mail in. They literally just send you money through PayPal. It couldn't be easier. And another savings tip is to use a rewards credit card for holiday expenses. This can help you rack up some cash back or rewards. But I will say if you cannot pay off your balance in full, that strategy can definitely backfire. And this is because rewards credit cards typically charge higher interest rates because they're giving you all these great benefits, right? So if you know that you're going to need a few months to pay off your credit card balance from the holidays, you want to choose a low interest card instead. The low interest card is definitely a better option if you know that you're going to carry a balance from month to month. But ideally, you're going to have a game plan to maximize those card rewards and minimize debt by paying it off in full. But if a credit card is just not going to work for you, you know that you have a tendency to overspend or not to pay it off quickly, you want to consider spending your holiday gift budget in cash. If you've got a tendency to be a little too jolly with your credit cards, cash is the way that you can save yourself from a nasty credit card hangover in the new year. You might want to create an envelope for each person on your shopping list that contains the amount of money that you budgeted to spend on them. So if you overspend on dad, you're going to have to adjust your budget by taking money from someone else's gift envelope. That's how the envelope system works. And for some people, it's really the best, most straightforward way to stay on budget. Tip number 4, avoid new retail credit cards. So this is the time of year when store clerks are definitely trained to entice you to sign up for retail cards at checkout. And I'd say unless you really need a credit card or you shop at that store frequently, it's probably not a good idea to take advantage of those rewards. So don't be tempted by in-store credit card offers. I know getting a discount right then and there for signing up sounds really great, but remember that it does result in a hard inquiry on your credit report, which can lower your credit score. Plus, store credit cards typically come with very high interest rates, and that can wipe out that upfront discount and may even cause you to end up paying double or triple what you originally intended to spend when that interest begins racking up. So unless you're committed to paying off the balance in full each month, stay away from those retail credit cards. Tip number 5, don't shop for yourself. Boy, I am just a sucker for this one. If you're like me and you tend to buy yourself a few gifts while you're holiday shopping, please stay away from your favorite stores. For instance, if you're a gadget junkie, you want to avoid going into any electronic stores. And when you're shopping online, definitely stay focused and don't get sidetracked by sale items. If you have a history of self-gifting like I do, work it into your holiday budget with a set limit. Tip number 6, be creative. Though the holidays are steeped with tradition in some families, there's nothing wrong with getting creative. Here are some gift-giving ideas that can help make your holiday party less expensive, yet still festive. One way is to do a secret Santa or a gift swap where each person buys a gift only for one randomly assigned person. This can really be a lot of fun. Or you might agree to buy gifts just for the children in the group. Or if you want to buy gifts for everyone in the group, maybe decide ahead of time to limit purchases to a low dollar amount. You can also give coupons for free services that you can do and know that other people need, such as giving them computer work, cooking, yard work, babysitting, or washing their dog. You could give coupons to do inexpensive outings, such as a trip to the aquarium or a trip to the skating rink. You can give donations to charity instead of buying each other gifts. Or you can spend money just on traveling to see your loved ones or taking a vacation together that does not include gifts. I know it can be hard to do something different, but a lot of times that can make the holiday more memorable. Talk to your family and friends ahead of time about what you want to get out of the holidays. Don't be afraid to break tradition and try something new to save money and give you a more peaceful holiday season. Tip number 7, maintain savings. Being in the holiday season is never an excuse to stop saving money. It's critical that you stay on track to achieve your financial goals. The end of the year is the perfect time to adjust your 401k contributions or your IRA contributions to make sure that you're putting in as much as you can up to the allowable annual limits. If you get a year-end bonus, you might elect to save a larger amount of it for retirement and bump up your total contributions for the year. Also, consider increasing your savings rate for the new year. For instance, if you're currently saving 3%, make a commitment to save 4% next year. And as I previously mentioned, you can get ready for the next holiday season by setting up a bank account. You or your employer can set aside a percentage or a flat amount from each paycheck into that account so you can spend it on gifts next year. Tip number 8, practice gratitude. We do a pretty good job of being grateful around Thanksgiving, but we need to keep an attitude of gratitude all year long. Studies about gratitude have shown that it gives us many mental and physical benefits, including increased happiness, stronger relationships, reduced anxiety, better sleep, and lower blood pressure. Being grateful for what we have helps us focus on what's really important, and in turn, that can nurture good financial habits. So consider starting each day with a moment of gratitude or ending it with an entry in a gratitude journal. That can keep you focused and in a good state of mind all year long, but especially during the often hectic holiday season. All right, here's a quick recap of the 8 ways to make your holiday less expensive and more memorable. Number 1, create a holiday giving plan. Number 2, remember your values. Number 3, shop strategically. Number 4, avoid new retail credit cards. Number 5, don't shop for yourself. Number 6, be creative. Number 7, maintain savings. And number 8, practice gratitude. If you have a money question or an idea for a future show topic, I would love to hear it. We have a great voicemail line if you'd like to call in your question or comment. Just ring 302-364-0308 to leave your message. Money Girl is produced by the audio wizard Steve Rickyberg with editorial support from Karen Hertzberg. If you've been enjoying the podcast, take a moment, maybe it will be your holiday gift to me and QDT, to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. We would really appreciate you doing that. It just takes a moment. It's a really easy, free way to give back and show your support. You might also like the backlist episodes and show notes that are always available at quickanddirtytips.com. That's all for now. I'll talk to you next week. Until then, here's to living a richer life.